Good morning, Firebird family.
Good morning.
It is a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day. And I want to welcome all of you and our special guests for this outstanding celebration and this milestone, because we understand the importance of facilities and its impact on experience. Let us welcome our mayor as she enters. This building tells the story of a glorious past, an outstanding present, and the future of Firebird success. And we are extremely grateful for many individuals who made this most significant improvement possible. And starting with our MVP who just arrived, Mayor Muriel Bowser. The District of Columbia City Council, and we certainly want to express our thanks to Council Chairman Mendelson, who was unable to be with us, but offers his congratulations this morning. The university's Board of Trustees, and we have two members with us, Trustee Barrington Scott, Trustee Jerome Shelton, who you'll hear from in a few moments. Our champions who really reinforce their commitment to the student experience here at the University of the District of Columbia. And our champions are President Ronald Mason Jr., Chief of Staff Ebola Bates, our Chief Operating Officer Troy Stovall, our Vice President for Capital Assets, Real Estate Services, Eric Thompson, who and Ms. Care's team who oversaw the day-to-day operations of this renovation, and that would be Tim Milner and Serinda Connor. And I absolutely want to thank Athletics Department staff who really spearheaded this project. Jason Imperati and Marlena Wright, who's adding the branding touch each day. And you know, this opportunity was truly a family affair. And I want to recognize and actually ask him to come up and say a few words, and that's the CEO of WKM Solutions, who was responsible for this magnificent floor, Wilson Mentos, who is a former soccer standout here at the University of the District of Columbia.
Morning. Morning. I just want to talk to you all, most of the students, about my story here, my commitment with this university. So, and I'll show you the life cycle. I think we learn about that when our parents tell us about the life cycle, and I'll tell you the life cycle I had with the university and where I'm at now. So, I came here to UDC back in 2002 as an F1 student. I was born in Brazil, and my parents didn't have money to afford university, college education in the States. So UDC helped me out, give me a full ride as a soccer player here. And under the scholarship I had, I was able to graduate as a civil engineer with the great program we have here. And a few years later, I got experience, and I decided to open my own company, WKM Solutions. So back in 2014, October 14, I started my own business. I registered myself as a minority CBE company on the district. And coincidentally, under Mayor Bowser's administration, we started working. And today we are one of the most successful and largest CBE companies in the district. So the opportunity was given, and our company started from a dream to a $10 million company this year. So it's way more than what we're doing, actually. And with WKM, we were able also to help creating 120 jobs for DC residents this past 5 years. This job is the most exciting job of my entire career because for the first time I saw myself showing in practice of all the technical aspects of the job that I learned in the classrooms, and as well as my leadership I built on the soccer field outside. And just to finish up the life cycle now, along with my brother Wilton Mathis, which is not present today, and my other brother Joshua Lopez, we were able to start this year a scholarship program that carries our mom's name, and hopefully we can help impact some UDC students' life so they can be the next successful CBE in the city.
Thank you, Wilson. You see, Firebird's dreams do come true. Just work hard and be committed to the classroom and your athletic success, and you will be a success. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Trustee Jerome Shelton, District of Columbia Teachers College, 71. He's a member of the Board of Trustees. He chairs our Hall of Fame Committee, and he's chair of the Board of Trustees Operations Committee. Trustee Shelton.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It has been my pleasure to start every enterprise that I start with the concept that if you build it, they will come. When I became the chairman of the board of DC Teachers Federal Credit Union, that was my first essay for my staff at our first retreat. From the movie Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. When DC Teachers was a small school on 2 corners, they built it and we came. You now are the beneficiaries of the next effort to build it so that more of your friends and family will come to the best university in the District of Columbia. I speak with the pride of an alumni. I speak with the pride of a child of the city. I speak with the pride of 2 young people who got married early, had a son, and the son was the first to go to college in their family. He thought he was an athlete. He dreamed he would be 6 feet tall. He dreamed that he would be in the NFL. But he knew in order to get to the NFL, he had to go to college. He had other concerns, but he figured he was going to go to college. He played big-time Texas football, where Tech football is king, and he thought he could play. He came to the District of Columbia, and the university that would receive him had no football team. So he built one. Got together with his classmates, and we had a football team. The idea is if you build it, they will come. When I took over the credit union, it had risen from my time from $5 million to $45 million, and it's still standing and it's still available for each of you as members of our parenting group. That's my commercial. Now, I have watched over the years the teams perform, and I am so very proud of each of them. I understand the sacrifice. I also know that when we were in our most tested time, your standards of excellence carried the day. When we were forced to make choices about the future of this program and the future of the university, your academic performance made it impossible to challenge this area of our institution. Without this area, I would have never considered college. Without athletics, it was never an idea that I ever saw or understood, even though my whole family has been to the University of the District of Columbia. First cousins, second cousins, brothers, aunts, and uncles had no idea. We didn't talk about it. But here it is. You started, you're going to make us successful, and when you get old and wealthy, I'm going to say what I said to my first elementary class. I believe that one of you is going to be a millionaire. And everything I do is so that you will remember me and give me, after your mom and dad, 10% of your first million. So I have treated every student I've worked with is that he or she might be the one. I wanted to also say that my friend Carrington Smith, former another alumni, is here. You heard from Barrington. I'm so proud of the Queens and Kings. I appreciate what you're doing. Represent. You understand that you are building something bigger than yourself, and you are the most critical pieces. And one day, when you get your million, my name is Jerome Shelton. I'll be in a nice home. And I want to add one more significant point that I have to point out. We've had a board of trustees who has worked diligently to find the right person to lead our institution. And we got lucky. We had a young man from the South come out of nowhere and blow our brains out. Now, I'm not overhyping the young man. I'm just saying to you that we needed the skill set that he represents. One day, one of you must be the president of this university, must be the leader of the board of trustees, must assume the responsibilities of carrying us forward to the next group. I rely on you. I look forward to my 10%.
How are we doing this morning, Firebirds? You know, before I speak, let me just recognize the folks with the crowns on here, because I don't think anybody else has. We have Miss UDC, Community College, sorry, Homecoming, sorry. My eyes were dilated this morning, so I can't really see that far. I know this is Miss Firebird. This is Mr. Firebird. This is Mr. UDC here. So, you know, there's something happening here. There's a spirit sort of rising that we haven't seen in a while. The history of the university is pretty well known. We were one time 15,000 students. We've had our challenges. We've been working really hard for the last 4 years to get to a point of stability, and now we're ready to start building. And this facility we have here really is the beginning of a process that is going to rebuild the physical presence of the institution over the course of the next few years. Of course, with the help of our greatest supporter, Mayor Muriel Bowser. And it's fitting that we start here because our athletic program really is the symbol of the spirit of UDC. Going all the way back to Dr. Is Bessie Stockard here? Yes. So, I think she's been here 50 years, give or take. She's still playing tennis, and she had a long run of championship programs here at UDC. Bessie didn't have to come up because I'm never asked to say anything. Because I know where that could go with us. But that's the history there. Coming through Barrington Scott, our Hall of Fame football player. We used to have a football team. And then up to today, where's the tennis team? Yeah. Tennis team. And so women's tennis this year played the powerhouse in the league. I think I'm going to get this right. Came in second, but it was 6 players against a team of 12. I think 4 of the players made all district, and 1 had the highest GPA in the conference. Did I get that kind of right? And of course, with the new facility, we're figuring basketball teams will probably have a championship run this year. Coach, because you know we're hosting the conference tournament here this year as well. So it's all coming together really, really well. And so, you know, with the mayor's help, we're going to look at this great facility, which really shows that at UDC, a little money goes a long way. And so we start here, then we go to the elevators, then we go to the roofs, then we go to the HVAC system. And then before you know it, we have a university that not only on the inside, but also on the outside looks like the public institution of higher learning in and for the nation's capital. Now, there's a spirit growing in the district as well. And the force behind that spirit is Mayor Muriel Bowser. I've worked for a lot of mayors in my time, but I've never once seen one with a 67% approval rating. And that is really something special. And she really needs no introduction, so I'm just going to ask her to come up now and take over.
Well, good morning, Firebird. Let's give your president a big round of applause. I so much agree with Trustee Shelton that we were very lucky in Washington, D.C. to recruit an outstanding university president to come to be the leader for UDC. I am always happy to be at our University of the District of Columbia, and especially in this year where we're celebrating athletics here and we're celebrating being the District of Champions. So, we do have this tradition. We built a baseball stadium and now we have a World Series. So we built the ESA out in Congress Heights and now we have WNBA champions. We had a big man in building, the Verizon now something center. And we have a standing cup. You see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this? And not only that, we have invested in children and families all over Washington, D.C. with our football fields and playgrounds and multi-surface fields in all 8 wards of the District of Columbia. And those investments really represent what President Mason has just said. Taxpayers of Washington, D.C. will invest in priorities for learning, for making Washingtonians prepared for the workforce of the future, and making sure that we're investing in the people that are going to live here and raise their families here. And we know that the University of the District of Columbia represents that. I don't know if the president knows this, but I spent a good part of my life, in my young life, right here at UDC. Because my mother, 5 kids, a husband, and a full-time job, came to UDC to change our lives. She was an LPN then. She came here to become a registered nurse. She went on to graduate school. She went on to management. And she went on to have her daughter get to be the mayor of our hometown. So and we know what the formula is to have a vision, to consistently invest in that vision, to produce outcomes that change lives, to get great partners in business and academia and faith and politics, and in athletics to support that vision and demonstrate to the people of the District of Columbia that it works and it works for everybody. And so this investment is part of a larger investment. I think that you heard the president mention in a capital plan that is meant to bring the buildings back so that the buildings can match the energy of the students and the faculty and the program that's going to take our university to the next level. It hasn't been that long since I've been in college. You know, it's been a couple of years. But things are different for college students now, much different. And it's much harder when you leave college to connect to a job that you love and that's going to be sustaining for you and your families. So the challenge for UDC The challenge for your faculty is to make sure that they are connecting you with those jobs, that passion, or that entrepreneurial spirit, as you heard from Will, to be able to make it in a changed world. And I have no doubt that we have what it takes right here at the university to get that done. So I'm happy to be here for this part of our capital investment, as we were with the Student Center, as we will be with housing at the university, to make sure that this is a full, well-rounded college experience for all of you and all that come behind you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mayor Bowser. Now, what we're celebrating today leverages our strategic goals that are connected to the equity imperative. And so again, I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone present today, thank our student athletes, our staff, distinguished guests, alumnus. Thank you so much for making today possible for all of us to enjoy. In the spirit of the holidays, and in giving back just a small token to our mayor, I'd like to present small tokens of appreciation to Mayor Bowser on behalf of Firebird Nation, as well as a gift for baby Miranda. And a poor leader if I did not introduce our team. So let me quickly do that. I'll start to my far right, our women's basketball program under head coach John Netpodia. Our men's basketball program under head coach Mike Riley. Our men's soccer student athletes with assistant coach Danny Wadeson. Our champion men's and women's tennis program under head coach Dickie Mahaffey. Rising Stars women's lacrosse program under head coach Cassandra Grady. And last year's East Coast Conference outdoor track and field champions, who actually lost by 1 point to that champion, under head coach, where is he? Where's our head coach? Joel, no, there he is. And certainly last but not least, our hardworking men on the lacrosse team under our head coach, and he's not with us, but Coach Murphy is with us. Take this moment to ask President Mason and Mayor Bowser to make their way over to the main doors for the ribbon cutting. And then I'm going to ask all of us to carefully follow behind them. Thank you again, everyone.
Excuse me.
Face forward for photos. We're going to go on 3. 1. Okay. Going on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey! Firebird!
Thank you. Oh, that's great. Come on inside.
I'll drink my one. Let me get your way.
Yeah, this is so much. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. You going right here first? Hold on, one more. One, two, right here, middle camera. Everybody good? Thank you.
Got your picture?
I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming.
Oh, can they hear us? Oh, my God.